It is Monday morning. No ordinary Monday as usual. I did my, hang on, I need a timer. I did my spiritual healing this morning with a lady named Annie. I was at 9:30, so that was about 4 hours ago now. Feeling good overall. Just a bit like, I've done a few healings in that over the years, and mind and body healing mainly, and I know that there's a integration period post that, and just trying to be kind and nurturing my mind and body and soul. And yeah, it was quite I'll speak to the experience itself and just, I guess, run through my day. So this morning I got about 6 hours sleep according to my watch. Got up at 4 o'clock, which is standard for me at the moment, as in woke up to my alarm at 4. From there I came home. I attended riding, but it was pretty rainy and hell windy, so I went to Plan B, went to the gym, did 10 minutes 10 minute on the stepper, and then I did an hour on the indoor bike, just at the zone 2 aerobic pace, heart rate. And then came home, did some editing and stuff for a while, and went and did my healing session. I guess I would describe it as a energetic spiritual healing session for an hour. Prior to the session, I just spent like 10 minutes intentional time, just really sitting with myself and allowing, just being really present in the moment. It's like, okay, what am I here for? What's my intention? What is the best utilization of my time in coming here? And the two words that came through were like pain and intuition. And the start of the session, I could feel like a lot of sorrow just like wellowing and coming to the surface. It was quite, I wasn't fighting, it was just like, oh okay, it's there. And I spoke to her about just I felt like parts of my intuition had been just like shut down over the years, and felt like I just really needed to connect with my soul again. And then I spoke to the fact that when my father was ill with a brain tumor, probably like a couple of weeks before his passing, the two of us shared a pretty special moment. It's really like locked in the memory bank. It was quite a powerful moment between the two of us, and he was in a lot of pain, both physically and emotionally, and I think a lot of stuff that he's carried through life up until that moment. And it was just like an embrace that we shared for, felt like a long time. We just held each other, and it was like I think in that moment it was like a letting go process for me. It was almost like my final goodbye. And after that moment, he had a lot more inner peace with everything that was happening, mentally, physically, emotionally. He wasn't experiencing the same levels of anger and frustration and that he was previously. And in that moment, I felt that I I relieved him of his pain, but in turn took a lot of that on myself. And I spoke to Annie about that today, and I feel as though that it's like generational pain, or it just like really has been passed on to me, and it's something that I've struggled with since his passing, and trying to let go of that and move through it has just been like such a struggle for me, in terms of the fact that it's like these highs and lows. And I fully acknowledge that life is a roller coaster, but I don't believe that the struggle needs to be as hard as what it has been for me. And the like just this fight and so much energy into just like breaking free of it. It's just like this thing, this energy inside of me that keeps pulling me down, and my intention was to try and just acknowledge that and break free of it. And she used her connection with spirit, source, guides, to connect with them, to work with them, to talk with the guides, to help me through the process, to release any karmic bonds and any of these things that don't serve me, to release them, to move a lot of energy back through to Mother Earth, to realign my chakras, to clear, to cleanse my spiritual body. And there was a portion of me which was a segment of my soul that I lost in that moment in time that I just described, and that was my power and my that's another word she used, but my power was taken away with that segment of my soul, and it wasn't intentional, but that's what in that moment I lost. And through connecting through my crown back into my source, it really drawing in and allowing the guides to give me back that segment of my soul that's been missing for so long. And I could feel the energies you work through the different organs in my body, like through waves internally, like through my stomach, through the different chakras, through the root, the solar plex, working up into the throat and the crown, and I could feel waves of light coming through. Like I remember one point, like this really distinct, like mirror reflection of light coming off me. Felt like in my heart there was a lot of, I could feel it like beating and like the rhythm. I felt more in tune with it than ever. It was more than just like a beat. It's like I could feel a whole muscle working in that side of my body, and then the energy like coming through into that. And I've had this like portion like on my right side that's felt like a stuck energy that I need to get rid of, but it felt like the opposite, like the energy was coming in through my heart, and this is like this black void of nothingness where the tension is, but it was like filling that back up with like this light energy and this side of my body, and it's drifting through stages of like breaking away in thought and like these sort of dream states I was going in and out of, like sort of sleep slash weird, not weird, but just dreaming and thought, and then coming back to the room and like being present with everything that was going on, and then just a bit of like back and forth between that and listening in, feeling the energy moving, shifting like down through my legs and up into like internally through my body and up, and quite a like pleasant experience, like quite calming, and I think it's fascinating. It's like I've always sort of been with this belief that there's something else in terms of like healing and growth for myself, and I think I've spent a lot of time like working on my mind and body, but it was nice to, I believe the three parts of what makes our experience is the mind, body and soul, and there's people out there that can do things that are beyond explanation in the human experience, and I've always been quite open to different healers and modalities, and I think that's something that I really admire about myself is my curiosity. Like I'm always open to these different things and trying. I felt that like where I was at last week, I was in a bit of a rut for a few days and was like, I feel everything that I'm doing within my power is not helping my experience of life, and it's like I don't feel called to the people that I currently have in my community when it comes to processing and working through this stuff. And Amanda had come across this lady at a festival, and I was, for some reason, I think when people mention different therapies to me, I'm always open and sort of put it in the back of my mind if someone recommends them, or I've heard about their experience. And it was I just felt guided to go and see Annie after that, after hearing of Amanda's experience, and then was like, who would benefit me? And I like to mix it up too, not just see the same people. And I'm definitely like tapering it back in terms of the amount of energy that I put into certain areas and therapies and that, and it's I will always continue to do it, but just how much time and resources I put into these things. And I guess in this moment I'm just like really grateful for the experience this morning, and I think there'll be some big shifts, and there's definitely there'll be some key integration, I think, with this one. I'm definitely accustomed to integration and coming back into the body. I'm actually excited for what lies ahead and the future, the next few weeks, days, weeks, months, how that integration period will change my experience. And post coming out of there, just feeling like really neutral in this moment, but I was expecting that before going in, and just allowing it. And I don't feel tired, but just feel like resting sort of thing. But grateful for the experience, grateful for the resources, the abundance of wealth, and time, money, food. Grateful for the recommendation, grateful for the experience. It's definitely a privilege to be able to experience the different therapies, healings, coaching, just all aspects of my life, really. Like it's, I feel privileged and honoured to be able to be in a position where I can afford these things, because I know the vast majority of the world will never be able to experience what I do. So I'm truly grateful for that, and for my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, ancestors, the people that have allowed me to have the energy and capacity to put into myself. It's not without their sacrifice that I would be able to live the life that I do, and I'm continually trying to create a better human experience for myself and the people around me, and I think I'm doing a really good job, and it's freaking hard. It takes a lot of self-discovery and internalization of what's going on externally, and proud of myself for continually showing up, and excited for this year. I know every day is a great day, and today's just another one of those, and I'm grateful for the people that get to share this journey with me. Happy Monday.